Dear students, in this video lecture I am going to explain preprocessor directives. First of all, we see what is the definition of preprocessor. In C language, before compilation, the program source code is processed, is called preprocessor. The commands used in preprocessor are called preprocessor directives. Preprocessor directives are the statements includes in a program and they begin with the symbol hash. The preprocessor directives are invoked by the compiler to process the program before compilation. So first of all, we see the definition. What is the definition of preprocessor? Preprocessor is a command or a directive used to process the source program before compilation is called preprocessor. The preprocessor directives are commands start with the symbol hash. So the preprocessor directive statements should not end with the colon. Some of the preprocessor directives we are going to learn. The first one is include directive. So include directive tells the compiler to insert the header file source code in the current program so that the current program can use the default functions available in the header file. The header files are included in current C program using the include statement. Include is a directive used to insert the header files in your current program so that your current program can use the default functions available in the header file. So to include your header files, we use the statement what you call include directive. The syntax is include file name. The file name specified within the less than and greater than symbol if the header file is available in the compiler directory. So you can also create your own header files. If you want to include your own header files, so you have to specify the file name within the double quote. So when you specify file name in the double quote and when you specify the file name within the less than and greater than symbol. If a header file is in current directory, then we use the file name in double quote. If the file is not in current directory, you specify the file name of header file in less than and greater than symbol. Now I am going to explain create our own header file. Now I am going to create one C file arithmetic.c. In this C file I am going to include 4 functions to perform arithmetic operations. Add is a function used to perform arithmetic addition of two numbers. Sub is again one more function used to perform subtraction. Mul is another function to perform multiplication. Div is another function to perform division operation. Here arithmetic.c is a C file. In that C file I have defined I have written logic for 4 functions to perform arithmetic operation add, sub, mul, div. Now I am going to use the functions of arithmetic.c file in my some other C program using the include statement. Now see here, this is my arithmetic arth operations.c is my present current C program. In this C program, I am going to use two header files using the include statement. stdio.h is the header file available in C compiler. That's why I keep in that less than greater than symbol. Now I have to use one more file arithmetic.c present in my current directory. That is the reason I have to specify arithmetic.c in verbal code. Now I have to use the predefined function scanf printf available in stdio.h and as well as predefined function in my user defined header file arithmetic.c. Now I am going to include these two files to my current program arithmetic operation.c using include statements. So whenever I use include statement, these two files are available to my current program arithmetic operation.c. Now printf is a statement I am using. In this particular printf statement, the include directive sets this particular printf function in stdio.h and that particular printf function is replaced in the printf location so that the printf function is executed to my current program. Similarly, in this printf I am using add xy function which is available in arithmetic.c. So now the include directive search this particular add function in arithmetic.c and that particular add xy is available in arithmetic.c is copied in this particular location before the compilation. Similarly, sub, mul, div, these three functions are also available in arithmetic.c. So these three functions are also copied in the respective function name places in the current program so that my current program can execute all the functions of 4 and I can get the results. So this is the example program for include directive. So the include directive includes the files to your current program so that my current program arithmetic operation.c can use the predefined functions available in arithmetic.c and stdio.h. So what the actual thing is happened is, so whenever you have written include file name, the predefined functions available in the include file are replaced in this particular current program in the place of a predefined calling function, so that this thing is happened before the compilation. That is the reason include statement is a preprocessor or preprocessor directive of C program. So this is an example I have given how the include statement, include directive is worked into our include preprocessor have been working. Next I will explain one more preprocessor directive, define directive. Here define directive used to create macros for your current program. Macros are two types. One is symbolic constants and another is parameterized macros. First of all, we see what is macro. A macro is a name. A macro is a name given to the fragment of code. Whenever the macro name is used in your current program, it is replaced by the content of the macro. This is the definition. See a syntax we have to see. The syntax of the syntax of define directive. Define macro name, specify the macro name. Next code you have to write. So I will explain this macro define directive with the example. See in this here I am defining 4 macros. The first macro is clear screen. for this code is CLR SCR. Second macro is PI, code is 3.14, and third macro is size, code is 10, and fourth macro is max AP, A greater than B, conditional operator A colon B. So in these four macros, first three macros are the constant, creating macros with constant, and fourth one is max AP is the macro of type function. Now come to programming part. So in this program I am specifying that macro names. See where I have specified macro names. Here macro name A size. Whenever the macro name is there in the current program, in place of macro name, the corresponding code is replaced. Here see what is size, 10. Now whenever size is there, size is a macro name, in the place of macro name, code is 10 is replaced. That means I got here A of 10, in place of size, macro code 10 is replaced. Similarly, coming to here, clear screen is one more macro name. In this macro name place, CLR SCR function is replaced. Next, max xy is another macro name. In this particular macro name, this x greater than y question mark x colon y is replaced. So whenever it replaced and finding the x is here, x equal 100, y equal 200 I have declared. Now in place of AB, 100 greater than 200 will replace, 100 greater than 200 false. So if it is false, the maximum, this conditional operator takes the output as B. B is nothing but here y value is 200. So I will get large, the value in the large 200. So I will display this particular thing, I will get 200. Again one more macro name I have used in this particular program. See here, area equal to pi r square. This is the formula I have to use to find the area of a circle. In this I have written one more macro name pi. In this place of macro name pi, 3.14 is replaced. So this is the program example for define directive. Define directive is to define the macros and use the defined macros in the program. So macro is a name given to the fragment of code. Whenever you use the macro name, automatically the macro name code is replaced in place of macro name before compilation. So this is the defined directive, how it will work. Next I will explain one more directive, undefined. Coming to undefined, the undefined directive is used to remove the macro that was already created by defined directive. That is, the replacement of macro code is not performed. That means we have already defined the macros using defined directive. Now if you want to deactivate already created macro names using undefined, you can achieve this particular concept. Now I will explain this particular thing, undefined macro name. Just code you didn't write, just you have to specify undefined macro name. Automatically the defined macro name is deactivated. So here I am explaining with example. See here I have defined pi macro name and the corresponding code. Similarly max is one more macro name defined like this. Later I don't want to activate these defined macros. For that can be achieved with the help of undef pi. automatically pi value in the program is not replaced by the code, because due to undiff macro name, the macro name is deactivated, so that uh, macro code will not be replaced in the name of macro in the program. Similarly, undef max, again one more max macro name max I have deactivated, so that it cannot be used, it will be removed from the macros. So this is the undefined directive. Undefined directive is used to remove the defined macros. Next, if def and if not defined. So if def is a function returns true if the macro is defined in the program. Otherwise, it returns false. That means if you want to know specific macro is defined in the program or not, the help of if def directive. Similarly, if not defined directive is one more directive use if the defined directive is not defined or not in the program. So I will explain this concept with example. Here I have a macro named circular and code is holiday. Now I want to know the macro name circular is defined in the program or not. I have to check it with the if def directive. So if def circular, that means if def macro, meaning of this one is if the circular macro name is defined in the program or not. Here in this example, the macro name circular is defined, so it becomes true. If it becomes true, then you will get macro circular is defined. Suppose coming to here, if not defined circular is false, it is already defined, so false means it gives 0, so it will not display working mode. Only it displays macro is circular. So if def, if not def, or the preprocessor directives used to know whether the macro is defined within the program or not. This is an example for the macros. Next, the last one, compiler control directives. Compiler control directives nothing but C processor offers a feature known as conditional compilation, which can be used to switch on or off of a particular line or group of lines in a program. As a file being compiled, you can use these commands to cause certain lines of code to be included or not included for compilation. Suppose you have a set of statements, those statements are executed based on the condition. So based on the condition, only certain statements have been executed, other not be executed. That means, so using this particular compiler conditional directives, we can select the statement which is going to be executed, and that selected statement can be given to the compiler for the compilation. The other statements is not to be given to the compiler for the compilation. Before the compilation, this thing will be happened. Suppose we have 10 statements, among the 10 statements only one statement have been executed based on the condition. If the condition is true, that particular statement is going to be given to the compiler, others to be avoided. That means using compiler condition directives can be used to avoid the statements not to be executed by the compiler. So to avoid the unnecessary statements not to be compiled by the compiler. This thing will happen before compilation with the help of compile condition directives. So those are if, else, and if. This is just like a switch statement, but in this here I am using the through macro. Here define operation add already you know define is a statement is to define the macros. Here I am going to use the macro name operation, and this particular code is add. Now I want to perform add operation. Come to here. If operation is the macro name, whenever the macro name is there in the program, automatically the corresponding code is replaced with that. Now the corresponding code for this operation in this program is add. Now in place of operation I will get add equal to add. So this statement is true. Then perform the addition operation. This particular printf only give it to the compiler to execute it. These other statements will not be executed. Next time I want to perform only sub. In that case I am using sub only. Now coming to here, operation sub is replaced, sub is not equal to add. Go to this next line, operation is replaced by sub equal to sub. Now in this case this will become true, so this printf has to be given to the compiler to execute it. Next I am going to use multiplication operation. So I have to use mul in this particular code for macro operation. Now comes to here, operation replaced by mul not equal, coming to operation mul not equal, coming to operation null mul, so equal. So in this case this particular statement is equal. Suppose I have not given anything, that means I have given some 0 or something like that, float. Coming to here, any macro is not matched with the operation, so in this case else part is executed. In else part what I am specifying, that means here the macro is not matched with the operation, so else part is executed. In the else part I have written perform reminder operation. This printf has given to the compiler to execute. That means at any time only one statement has given to the compiler to compile it. Other statements not, our statements have been avoided to give it to the compiler to process it. So this is called compilation conditional directives. So once again I repeat, what is a preprocessor? A preprocessor is a command or directive used to process the program's source program before the compilation. The preprocessor starts with the hash symbol, and the preprocessor could not end with the semicolon, because in any preprocessor is a kind of statement defined in the program. If any statement in C program generally end with the semicolon, but directive statements cannot end with the semicolon. And we have some preprocessor commands or directives, include define, undefine, if def, if not def, compare conditional directives, if, else, and I have explained all this. Go through this particular video and learn. It is very important in the examination point of view. Most of the time you are asking one question from this preprocessor, one question from files. So once you learn this question, answer to this question, once you learn all the preprocessor commands, definitely you will get the 5 marks. 5 marks with in your hand. So dear students, go through this particular video, understand the concept through examples, listen carefully so that you can have the idea about the preprocessors. Thank you.